Okay, so I'm taking a class this semester. It's an anthropology class, and I've never taken an anthropology class before in my life, but I have really been enjoying this one. And it's also really hard. It's an introductory class, like it's a gen ed, but for someone who's not very passionate about anthropology, like before I got into that class, it's been difficult to adjust to, and I feel this urge to like impress the professor more than I feel in my other classes this semester right now. It's weird. Um and with that comes a big urge for me to like speak up in class, especially especially when nobody else is and she has just asked a question to the class and nobody's speaking up. And so I kind of like raise my hand and I say sometimes the stupidest things, like, why did that come out of your mouth? I say some crazy things in that class because I feel bad that nobody else is nobody else's. And that has been kind of weighing on me this whole semester. I've just been so eager to impress that teacher and be good at this class for some reason. And part of that is because there's a guy in that class. He sits directly in front of me, just randomly, like unassigned, assigned seats. He sits in front of me. And he's pretty smart. If I don't speak up, he speaks up. Or I should say, if he doesn't speak up, I'm the one that speaks up. He's like the default. And I'm like the secondary. And I just felt so, I don't want to say like jealous, but I felt like, oh, I want to be like him. I guess that is jealousy. I was like, oh, I want to be the smart person in this class. And that's just been something that I've been struggling with this semester. We'll get back to that concept, okay? At the beginning of the semester, and honestly throughout it as well, a couple of my friends have separately complained to me about people in their class who they find annoying. One of them, my friend calls Yappy Girl. That's like a nickname we give her, is Yappy Girl. And she says like some crazy things. She doesn't know when it's like time to like let the issue drop. Yeah, it's like that. It's Yappy Girl has been a center of our discussions for the past few months, and it's honestly been very enjoyable and funny. Another one of my friends talked about how in one of her, I believe it was acting classes, theater or acting, I'm not sure. I think it was singing, some kind of choir or singing class, I'm not sure though. There was a bunch of people in that class who were just bad singers. Like, they are bad singers not because, you know, they don't have enough practice, but because they just weren't trying hard enough and they didn't care about the class. So, hearing these kinds of things made me wonder, oh my god, what if I'm the douchebag who doesn't know how to sing? And what if I'm Yappy Girl? Like, what if I am Yappy Girl? So that's really been a struggle for me, and it's been something that I've been trying to, I guess, come to terms with. And one thing that really helped was one day I was in my class, my anthropology class, and the smart guy that sits in front of me, we were talking about the commons. That's like a thing in anthropology. And one of the questions was like, is the internet a commons, like a modern day commons? And smart guy, says, yeah, I'm 33, so I was there at the beginning of the internet. Now, let me say this. 33 is very young. It is by far a young age to be. That is a young adult. And I'm very glad that he is in this class. But I'm 19. I'm almost 20. I'm 19. And it just kind of put things into perspective for me where I was like, oh my gosh. He's had 14 more years of experience than I have to get smart. I think he was in the military too. Like, I think he's mentioned that. Or he has he has tattoos. So he's had so much more life experience than me. He's done really cool stuff. Like, stuff that I could never do. And every day I go to this class, I'm beating myself up over, I need to be him. I need to be better, you know? And I have so much to learn. I just have so much to learn, and that really helped highlight that. And there was also points in time in that class where he said things that I completely disagreed with, that I kind of wish I had spoken up about them, but I completely disagreed with them. I, could definitely have debated about them. I should have spoken up about it, but it doesn't make him dumb. That doesn't make him less worthy of a student than I am. But that just means that we have our own strengths and weaknesses, and it shows that one of the privileges and the benefits that come from paying this money to go to an institution like this, and paying this money to sit in a classroom with 25 other students, is that you're all learning from each other. There's people that are of so many different majors in that class. There's people that don't give a shit. There's people that do give a shit. There's people that give too much of a shit. And we're all meant to be learning from each other and working as a team, and it's not meant to be a competition. And it's frustrating that sometimes my friends don't get that experience in some of their classes, but I'm happy to know that I have that experience, that I have that ability to learn from people. And even people who don't speak up in that class that much are really, they know their shit. There's this one dude who I'm, in a group with him, and he's really good at, environmental kinds of, statistics, and he knows, he can just, blam, 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 list them off. And maybe that's not my strong suit, but I'm in a class where that is someone else's strong suit. You get the idea. Yeah, we're all learning from each other, and I think that will continue even when I get out of the classroom and I start my career and I continue to meet new people.